Asatuniki ni bokimura, ichano moga kore. Uyora liora hita ukimura, ichano moga kore. Asatuniki ni bokimura, ichano moga kore. Uyora liora hita ukimura, ichano moga kore. Murabasani bane, tengo ni makaburuta. Ndatu namba hitirero, amanganaga no mukweba. Jinsi kochi
wakaribishe wageni wetu wanapoingia. Yes. Any place hapo. Okay. Yes. Lord of all creations, bless these all and nation, justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. May it be found within our borders.
Nchi yetu Black Torani na shendo lugha public fair to Lord tuwelani na sote tupate haki unity love kila pahali itasotimiza hadi iko share tugawe mali na anenda mbali nchi yetu Black Torani.
Student leaders who are with us, members, friends who joined us today. Good evening. Yes, today is a special day to us as a Mukusa. it marks as a historical day of Mukusa as we are here to launch our new executive team. I'm happy for your presence and also our chief guest, Madam Ms. Jacqueline Robbie William. Feel welcome. We value your presence. Your presence is so significant to our organization as Mukusa, and this marks a milestone for our organization. I want to take this opportunity to recognize the student leaders who joined us in today's event. To start with, I will recognize the presence of Kusa President, Kuria University Student Delegation. If there is one, kindly wave your hand. Or any representative who have been sent. Yes, thank you. Yes, Kurutu is one of us and is in that executive, Kusa executive. He is the majority leader. Let me recognize the presence of some vice president.
So, there is something here that, as Kuria, Mukusa, we have been doing. Nasema hii maneno ya kuinua Biblia pia wanaweza replace na handing over. Is that right, Mr. Gesabo?
Yes.
Thank you. So, hata wamerahisisha kazi, si ndio? I can see, sijui we have huyu ni Muamerika, but the other one. So this means Mukusa is so strong, eh? So I'm going to start from the lowest position. Lowest position. That is the representative from Kuria West to East. So welcome our chief guest. Oh, from Russia.
Kuria, taking Bachelor of Education, Arts with IT. I'm the current chairperson of Mukusa, and being the chair of Mukusa, we have gone through a lot. For us to be here, it means we have done a lot. Sindio? I congratulate my team for working with me throughout this entire period. It is not easy. Sometimes we crash, we lack resources, but we still have to make it. Sindio? Yes, I have to recognize that team. It is a very great team. Sindio? Yes, for that, allow me to introduce my vice chair to have a word with us.
Hi. Evelyn Robbie, the outgoing Deputy General Secretary. Fourth year, taking literature. Thank you.
Yes, just standing with that.
Let me go the comrade way. Comrade's power. Comrade's power. Everything is sorted. Sahii mshakunywa soda, tunawapanga tulie. Now, our chief guest, Ms. Jacqueline, our guest, Mr. Principal Machinde, and our patron, and everybody who is in here. Good evening. It's a privilege for me to address you people. as your chair of Mukusa. First, I'm very grateful for being elected as your chair. I want to tell my competitor that hiyo siasa iliisha, now tufanye watu wa Mukusa kazi. This Mukusa is a great association, and as you all know that when people come together, a lot is achieved. We decided to come together so that at the end of the day, we achieve a lot. This Mukusa, I joined it when I was in first year. And I want to tell you that we have done a lot of projects that we actually happy of. In our Mukusa family, I want to address this issue that in our Mukusa family, there is not any day one of us went to do exams and failed to do them because of school fees. If you have any issue, we actually work together as a family, we fundraise and ensure that you sit for your exams. For example, in last semester, we had 3 students who lacked school fees. They lacked around, it was lacking around 3,000, 4,000, and the other was around 2,500. And you know that amount is a bit, is a lot for the comrades, is it? But we came together as a family, we made a fundraise with the support of our patron, Professor Chacha, and those people sat for their exams. Is that worthy to be clapped for? That's one thing. I cannot speak of what you have achieved since I joined this Mukusa from first year. Right now, we are in the 2nd semester of this academic year. As the Mukusa family, we had one of our own who was sick. We decided to ensure that we support him financially, emotionally, and whichever way, so that he regains his health. And we did that. We have achieved it. He's here. He's happy. He's strong.
The president somewhere, that is the West Youth Association, who is our patron, is here. So PS is doing what? Guys, PS is doing what? Very good. So when I joined here first year, I really appreciate you guys. You gave me support. That's why I said, when tukuje hapa, at least we have moments. And I'm in big need of also becoming a strong guy of this university. Si mnajua? September msiniangushe. PS is with you. So, our patron is gone. We are supposed to welcome our guests. But before that, guys, I'd like to make the following comments. Number 1, when we are here, it is very important. I heard some Mukusa members saying that, when I repair people. Really? Because, when you tell me, really? No, that is French. And you forgot me. Because, when we have a Kuria, guys, let us be united. Joshua, who is the incoming chair, you have that role and the mandate to make sure that Mukusa is very, very organized, very, very united. And I appreciate that maybe some representatives from other houses, they are really appreciating that Mukusa is very organized.
And what I can say, congratulations to the incoming office. Work as a team, work together to bring Mukusa to another level. To the outgoing team, we are glad for the work you've done. And what we can say is that don't leave leadership down here. Continue out there as you're going. hold hands to the incoming team because they need your support. Sindio? Yeah, to the Mukusa, we are happy. I representing the House of Mombi, Maseno University students. As I said, I'm the Kiambu County chairperson. And as well, I'm representing Kiambu County. I'm the Deputy Secretary General of Mukusa. So guys, let's operate together so that the Mukusa can be like more than some Sindio. Yeah, I know it's possible, we can, and unity is the holding of hands. Unity will bring you to greater heights. Thank you.
The teacher to your kids. Yeah, I'm a teacher of home science and biology. I'm also a quality education champion and climate action activist. Okay, I think I'm nervous, guys. Okay, for the past few days, I've been indulging myself in governance issues. So I'm the chairperson of the Maseno Transparency and Integrity Club. And currently we are training our members on writing of memorandums and petitions. So in case you're interested in writing memorandums and petitions, you can always join our club. It's the Maseno Transparency and Integrity Club. In case you're interested in governance issues and policy making, you can also join us. And thank you so much for everyone who joined us yesterday. It was so amazing having you, and I'm looking forward to having you more and more. And I'm also looking forward to your support. I am sure that by the time you are done, in case you know how to write a good memorandum, a good petition, and you know how to articulate your words correctly, you can also go to Parliament and represent us well. So I'm looking forward to working with you guys. Alafu next time usijishtue. Wacha nifanye speech. Thank you so much, guys. I'm looking forward to working with you.
So congratulations and work hard. I know you know the origin of Kusa. Kusa started back in 1992 when we had started the South Nyanza University Association. We decided to form our own association, and that association has taken us to places. We were able to go to State House several times. We were able to visit several places because of this association that's the mother of Mukusa. So my prayer to you, make this association as stronger as possible. I remember our patron was Walter Mwita, first patron. We had Walter Mwita, Ogaro. Then we had, the late Manga. Then Machage came in later when we had already graduated. So my dear students, now you have people. You are professors. Actually, it's not the only professor. Those guys were only two. In fact, the professor was Professor Chacha only. He's now a professor. There are so many, I think, young girls of young age are professors, isn't it? Can't you use these people? Why are you suffering? Particularly in terms of finances. If Manga himself or Walter Mwita or Machado could call us and give us a soda and transport back, suppose you call all this Akira Motari, do you think you'll like transport back home? Make arrangements and pay a visit to those people. We now have 2 MPs. We have Honorable Mwatias, who is my colleague, and we also have Honorable Kitayama, who is my very close friend. Make efforts to utilize your time when you're at the university. I've had to talk about bursary. You don't need to travel all the way from here to wherever to Kehacha to get a signature to get a bursary. Get a bursary, fill the bursary. We normally go home every weekend. Call me, tell me, Mwalimu, go this bursary, drop at Kehacha and another one at Kehacha. I've also heard about Harabe that you are holding. Kindly involve us. There was this band the little that we have, we shall chip in. I don't say, Professor, I am as poor as I was when I was at the university. We are able to put our food on the table, and the little that we have, we shall be able to share with you. So when you have an whether medical, whether a student is not sitting for exam because of 5,000, so long as the children case, let us know. So, sir, let us know. I remember when a professor Professor Salima, we had a problem of paying fee. Because during our days, we never used to pay fee. But bursary came when we were there, and we were forced to buy food from the mess. So one day, I decided to go and see a Vice Chancellor, Professor Munavu. How many have heard of Munavu? Munavu was the...
You leave that job of being a chief principal. I designed and put you where you will continue serving these young ones. Really spoken. You remember the few you are with when you were in the university. Anyway, I want to make very quick remarks because today, as he said, it's not our day. I'm always with you. So I'm sure you are anxiously waiting to hear the remarks from our chief guest. So mine, first and foremost, really, is to thank our chief guest for finding time to come. He told me the time she left, I counted 48. And within 3 or so 4 hours she was there. So madam, thank you so much for finding time to come. And it's not it's not first and last, keep on coming. When we read the equator, she was excited. He said, when we call her researchers, she showed us a few things here and there. We said, oh, now we're in the northern hemisphere. But you come from most of us come from the southern hemisphere. Now we're in the northern hemisphere. And also, Honorable Principal, thank you so much for finding time to come. Really, we don't take it for granted. To the organizers who shut down, thought about this idea of organizing, you call it an event or what do you call it? Event, or what do you call it? Meeting, event, etc. Huh? Wale wanasema kizungu. Unajua when you talk of Kiswahili, if you don't know Kiswahili, they say unaongea Kiswahili. But we say thank you so much for thinking about that one. I'm sure they were the leaders. To the Mukusa leadership, incoming, outgoing, also say thank you so much. For I think you had a hand in this, My few remarks are as follows. Here, you hand over the over. There were elections, and the incoming. We congratulate you for having won. At the hata kama ni hapa or whatever, politics is politics. And this man, he never slept when he was looking for that seat. And I'm sure, like I tried one time, I did not go through. Unajua ukishinda usisema kama umeshinda. Unasikia? Unasema uliibiwa. You don't unasema unifanye nini? You say that you don't lose. No, uliibiwa. So next time, you go to even me next time I stand, I'll do what? We saw it is also one. Say thank you so much. You want the hand for it? You want. Outgoing, say really, you have done much. You started the oil, and then you laid the foundation. Of course, for now, the new leadership came over from there, made your very good remarks. The achievements of the outgoing and the dreams of the what? Because these were their dreams, and aspirations, etc. And you know, when you stood here, you spoke, people heard. So after when time comes, you say, look, you promised ABCD. What have you achieved? So make sure that you have your scorecard. It's at least 90%. It's at least 90%. Challenges of student leadership. You know, if it is an outside politician there, it's a different story. You, the challenge is 2 things. First and foremost, you are a student. Then another, Kofia Yao being on, student leader. Number 2, you are leading comrades. You're leading comrades. So you should lead by what? By example. So when they come to see you, they have studied. And when they are tired, they come to knock at your door. Say, chairman, eh? So we must make sure that you balance that leadership and the studies very well. Because at the end of the day, if you get a certificate from here, haitaonyesha kwamba you are student leader. Of course, you get another certificate like you have got, but on that transcript, the certificate, you say you did BSc, you have okay, man, with the IT. With the IT. Eh? Like even me, those came with IT. Came with IT. Now this reminds me when chief principal give you a narrative of how many they won at each university. Even me, I was trying to remember how many were we at which university. Our time, there were only two. More universities came later. There were two universities. There was the Dean, University of what? Whatever there was in Nairobi University. No, they say Dean, University of KU. So me, I was of course under Nairobi, but at the branch of KU. So this is how many were we? I remember I had by 1 year was the date. If it from a different government, go to county, later on. His Excellency the late Ananga. Then there was this man from around Japan, who really found that toy for him. Who the real boy is I'm not talking about the because I'm saying what is he? I don't know if of course he has retired now. Then at the KU, it was me and a neighbor. So how many were we? How many were we? Very few. Then later when they came back as a lecturer, I started with the KU, then I went to J1. So at J1 was the only Kuria lecturer. There were no Kuria students. Then there were Kisi students, and there was no Kisi. So I got a landmine. The then principal, Professor Micheka, who later became the VC, Professor Micheka, because when we couldn't all Kisi our cousins, now I'm going to appoint you as the patron of what? Kisi students. Let's get a patron of Kisi students. Later on, the people came, Kuria Kisi. So you can see what we have gone through. But I benefited. Those were the kind of days I benefited. Whenever we went to State House, I was the patron of the KC students. So when we were students, of course, things were not bad. We did very well. So that shows where we have come from. So even me, at high school, Homa Bay, was a student leader. When I went for my undergraduate, at JQuad, also part of student leadership. So I've gone through, I know what it is and what it means. So as a student leader, you're leading the course. So lead by example. Wanasema, a leader in politics is about influence. You have to influence your followers. And one way of the politics, you have to be charismatic. And of course, you have to have money. You can't just speak to people and then you leave and say, hey, tumalizane bwana. Unasema tufanye nini? Tumalizane. But of course at your level, that was it. But it is there kidogo, it is there kidogo. A manager, it's about it. They see the organization growing, making profits, making money. So for you, leaders here, you must have influence amongst your colleagues. So the only way you can show good influence is to be an academic leader. I happened to meet, to go to visit Makerere School of Business in Kampala. One school with over 10,000 students. So they really took care of the student leaders. Of course, you are here, Mukusa, of course, you're student leaders, but another angle. So then, even like when you finish your studies, you do well, get a job, which you are not doing here, but one day we shall do it. So, mine is excel in your studies. Leadership, of course, is there to serve your people, your constituents. That's where you opted to buy and be elected and be elected. One or two things that I really want to emphasize on. I've been here, this is my 20th year. And now we start the exam, they finish, and here I've been coming and going. How many master's students from Kuria do we have at Maseno? From the time, all this year, how many? Have we had any? If yes, maybe if no, why? That is what I feel a big that look. Like me and my DVC, students are here. I've not seen anybody coming back and doing a master's. So what am I emphasizing? They get first class, get a good upper. Of course, there's attendance that you do. How many mathematicians are here? The graph is skewed heavily lower pass, but very few first class under we wait. So why? Maybe that's something that you can think about. For instance, for us as minorities, it's academic. It's your papers that will assist, will help you. Of course, if the other madam has kujua nini, okay, tulete huyu unataka tulete. Where are the papers? Sasa ukipelekea ya pass, so will be a shade ya pass. But if you take a first class, after second, you may make that law and say, okay, we are think about it. Like me, I give you as an example. I'm where I am because of my papers. Hakuna kitu. Wanasiasa, they are there, of course, they are trying to assist. But again, when you are few, those politicians, instead of assisting, they are fighting you. They think when you go up there, you'll do what? Yes, you'll compete with them and maybe even snatch their seats. So they are very weak, they are very unwilling to assist you. But if you have papers, all will go well. But my undergraduate, as I said, my primary, I was at Nyankore. How many from Nyankore here? The home is Getonganya, but from Nyankore. Secondary, I went to Homa Bay. You understand, you didn't go to Homa Bay, didn't you? You didn't go where? So at Homa Bay, then of course I went to KU. So what saved in me? Of course I did Bachelor of Education Science, Maths came. Later, I went for chem and left Maths. It's because I got a first class. So when I got a first class, even though I don't know how many we won, I was the top one. Okay, then I got a scholarship. So I know my crack a joke, Paul Grudu, that I was being bribed to do what? To study. Because I was getting a monthly stipend, fees was being paid for. Then thank God, as soon as I finished my master's, as soon as scholarship I applied, I went to Canada for my PhD. And the master's, of course, I got a university scholarship to do my master's at KU. You know, those days there were few, so they are talking about staff development. You do your master's, you do your PhD. So really, that's what I'm saying. We as minorities, please, study hard. Get that first class, get that up.
Ushawahi jua mtu na haumjui? Professor namjua na simjui. I even had his contact on my phone. He's the board chair of the school that I went to, and he's a very good friend.
Maybe you may allow them to sit.
Yes. Sorry, I kept you standing. But I will have kept men standing a bit to give us respect, because today we are finishing our day. So he's also a friend, a good friend to my dad, Professor Isaac Rodero, Vice Chancellor Kibabi University. So we've been talking about him with my dad, and I didn't know him, but today I've known him now physically, and at least I'll be happy to say him. My name is Jacqueline Roby William from Mabera. Watu wa Mabera oe? Watu wa Kuria oe? Watu wa Migori County oe? Watu wa Nyanza oe? Hao ni mandugu zetu Najua Kijaluo ni national language. I'm a mother of 4 girls, and I can stand here and say all of you are my children, because my daughter is in her 4th year. She's completing her 4th year this semester. So, see hapa kuna 1st year to 4th year. So all of you are my sons and daughters. I'm a wife. When we come back to career, I'm a probation officer. Nani anajua what is a probation? Wow. Hakuna mtu ashawahi jipata kwa makosa. Professor, I'm very happy to be probation. Hata kama hujawahi jipata kwa makosa, probation department falls under the Ministry of Interior. and we're also part of the court. We write reports to advise the court on some issues like now giving out bail and bonds or on passing sentences. We write pre-sentence reports. We also write reports called the victim impact assessment reports. I'm also a child protection officer. I've been on this position from 2005. So been gazetted every time my name is there. So all this time, I worked in Thika, Nairobi, Rongo, and now I'm in Migori. I also love God, and I'm a matron of a church that he goes to, St. Maurice Catholic Church. And above all, I love God, and I love youth, because when I grow old, I will see their faces reflecting what I was. And he'll be very proud to see a very young person, a youth, taking his position. I'm very humbled to be here today. Yes, stand up. Yes. I met this young man some time back in the church, and I've come to realize that he's a leader. Sit down. A leader influences. You know, the first day he sent me a message, I told him I won't be available. And I've tried to make myself not available, but he kept on pressuring me. Okay?
They told me to call you.
And at some point I said, no, is this thing official? Ladies in the house, you know, even if you are a professor, when you go back to that other boss you have to respect. So I was like, is this thing official? How will I go to my boss, my daily boss, to tell him, boss, I'm going somewhere? Sitapiga kura, but they can't persuade you and you go and vote. You know, like him, it's like I voted for him. Senior? Yeah, because he talked to me until I said, okay, I'm going to come. Now, I want to start my work officially. To our patron, Professor Chacha, Kusa representative, Mukusa leadership, outgoing and incoming, all protocols observed. Good evening. Good evening. As I've said my name already, I really want to appreciate the leadership that is outgoing, because they're the ones who organize for this event. And to organize an event is not easy. And this is not just an event, it is an event to bring people together and to bring mind together, and also meet our people to tell us something to impact on our life. So congratulations, the outgoing team, for the good job that you've been doing. And I hope that now that you're going out, you're not going to leave the incoming team. And to the incoming team, you are leaders, and leadership is a calling. So when you are called to lead, first of all, lead by example. She said she's in the integrity team. Oh, also in the probation department, I'm the integrity officer in Migori County. So as a leader, you are called and you must practice integrity. things when we are seeing you. You live a double standard life. Walk with integrity wherever you are as a leader. You are not just going to be a leader. I started being a leader when I was in class 3, I think. And up to now, everywhere I go, that leadership just follows me. When I was employed in the probation department, barely 3 months in the department, we went for a conference of the NAPO. And when they wanted to do the election, I was talking to my boss. And I had my name, Jacqueline Robbie. Then I said, so I thought it's because I was talking to my boss, I was interfering with the process. I didn't know that somebody had called my name, that I need to go out and be voted. And I was voted in. Just 3 months in the service. Many people had not even met me, but that leadership was following. So when you're called to be a leader, lead by example, practice integrity. Integrity is very key as a leader. And it's going to take you far. Accept criticism. Don't turn tables because you're angry. You are in a meeting and one of you said, hey, the financial report is not adding up. You have eaten our money. And you start throwing tantrums here and there. No. Explain and give evidences. You know, people working in court, we believe in evidences. So give your evidence that this is how your money was spent. Or this is what happened. Don't just throw yourself up and down. A leader is not supposed to be like that. You will receive insults. My fellow guest said that thing. Shake yourself, move up, until you will be out of that hole. But when you say, oh, because I don't want to buy that next time because the other time they were insulting me, they didn't vote me. No, just say the way Professor said. They stole my votes. Next time, I'm going to guard them. Nobody's going to steal my vote. And if you are in, say that, okay, I will make sure I maintain this seat by making sure that even those who are opposing me, those who are throwing insults, are going to see my good job. Don't fight with them. Actually, those are the people you should avoid. Because when we have these soldiers here, and this is my brother. And these are not our brothers, they're just neighbors. The soldier is here. We start fighting with my brother here. As we are fighting, what is happening to our soldiers? The enemies or the neighbors are taking our soldiers. After fighting, we come on the table, we won't get anything. So, as a villages, they put the tomatoes and onions down, isn't it? How will you go bed picking those tomatoes and onions? You want to dress my choice, and you're going to church. What will happen to the congregation? What will